weight of our body by bringing our hands to either elbow and then using the weight of the torso to help pull you forward. We're not pulling ourselves down, we're just letting gravity, time, breath, and the weight of our own torso do the work to help bring us forward. Be mindful and use intention right now. Guide your breath toward any tension you might feel in your body. See if it's tension that you can let go of and relax. I just found tension in my knees that I was holding, and I've relaxed and let it go. You can release your hands from your elbows. Put a deep bend in your knees so that the entire weight of your torso rests on top of your thighs. And that's a release for your lower back and hips. And then allow yourself to roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. You can do this once, you can do it many times. I just want to demonstrate a few of the things that I see that's actually going to hinder your flexibility. Not necessarily with the towel, but in forward folds. If you come into a forward fold and your comfort level stops here, what I see often is people grabbing the back of their legs and then trying to pull themselves further. That's when every muscle in your body will go, this is not safe, this is not comfortable, this is not good for me. Let's tense up and try and hold ourselves firm. So eventually over time, if it does become comfortable to use the back of your legs to help fold forward, that's fine, but only if it doesn't cause your body to tense up. Now this towel is going to help us in another way. So place the towel on your mat and step on front of it so that your heels are up on top of the mat this time. And we're going to do the same thing, and you'll feel how it opens up your body in different ways. So once the heels are firmly planted on the towel, breathe in, get that long, tall spine. Fold forward from the hips, bringing your hands down toward the mat or toward your toes. And again, take your hands to either elbow and use the weight of your torso to help pull you forward. With your heels propped up, you can really feel how it's opening up the back of the body. I can feel it in the back of my thighs, through my lower back and hips. It's a beautiful stretch. Yoga is not a no pain, no gain type of activity. So the fact that I just said this is a beautiful stretch reminded me that it's great to feel tension releasing, but you wouldn't want to allow yourself to go further than is comfortable. Again, you can release your hands from your elbows, put a bend in the knees, rest the weight of the torso on the thighs, and allow yourself to begin to come up one vertebrae at a time. And we'll move the towel out of the way. That's something that you can do again. A few sun salutations every morning and grab a towel and allow yourself to stretch and wake up your body in that way. And we're going to take you into a few others that will help to open up your body. And I'm going to guide you into our downward dog from a sun salutation. So starting near the top of your mat with your arms at your sides, inhale and bring your hands up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale up to a flat back. And exhale, coming down to plank. Bring your hips up and back for downward dog. I'm going to guide you into our warrior two stance and then into triangle. We're going to work on our flexibility. Inhale your right foot up into the air to create the three-legged dog. Bring it forward and plant it close to your hands. Let your left foot turn out on a 90-degree angle so that it's parallel to the back of your mat. Check your alignment. You want to make sure that the knee on your right leg is over top of your ankle. Your body is open to the side. Your arms are at a T. If you feel like you've got tension in your shoulders, turn your palms up toward the ceiling and then bring them back down again. This is your Warrior Two stance. It's a beautiful place to come into triangle. So for our triangle, we're going to straighten the front knee. Allow the hip to go out to the back just slightly. Reach forward with your fingertips before you begin to angle down into triangle. For hand placement in triangle, you can keep your palm open to the side. You can use your foot or your leg as a resting point. If you have a block or a prop, you can use that as well. Or a stack of books also works. You want your other hand up into the air. Your gazing point can be forward. If you want to challenge your balance, you can take your gaze up toward the ceiling. One of the beautiful things that we're going to do for flexibility is we're going to take the left hand down next to the right foot. Take the right arm up into the air for a revolved triangle. You should really feel that stretch through the back of the right leg. Bringing your hands down on either side of the foot, come up onto your toes on the left, press your weight into your hands, and shift yourself back to downward dog. We'll do the exact same thing for the other side. I'm going to switch around so that I'm not having my back to you. You can stay where you are in your downward dog. Inhale your left foot up into the air for three-legged dog. Bring it forward and plant it close to your hands. Right foot turns out to a 90-degree angle so that it's parallel to the back of your mat. Your knee is over top of your ankle on your left leg. Body open to the side. Shoulder blades relax down the back. Straightening the left knee, let the hip go out to the side slightly, reach forward with the fingertips and then angle down into your triangle. Right hand is stretched up into the air. Again, you can keep your gaze forward or you can take it up toward the ceiling. With that focus on flexibility, let's take the right hand down next to the left foot and the left hand up into the air for a revolved triangle. Bringing your hands down on either side of your left foot, coming up onto your toes at the back on your right foot. Press the weight into your hands and shift your body back to downward dog. Inhale your right leg up into the air for three-legged dog. Bring it forward and plant it close to your hands. And I haven't mentioned it, but if your foot doesn't come close to your hands, there's no problem with shuffling it forward, picking it up and moving it forward. Do what you need to do to find the pose. Let your left toes turn out slightly. Keep a nice bend in the knee so that the knee is over top of the ankle. Our hips are squared forward this time. And we bring our hands up overhead so that we're in our Warrior One stance. Straightening the front knee, bring your arms down to your sides. We're going to come forward. I usually like to walk my fingers down my leg. Just brings me toward the mat, placing my fingers on the mat. When I get there, you can use blocks, a stack of books, whatever works for you. We're working toward bringing the nose to the knee. Making sure your hands are planted, soften that front knee, put the weight into your hands as you shift the hips up and back for downward dog. Inhale your left foot up into the air and bring it forward and plant it close to your hands, turning your toes on the right foot out to the side slightly. Less than a year ago, I could not bring my leg all the way forward in order to plant it down in this pose. Absolutely every time I did a sun salutation or any other movement like this, I would have to pick my leg up and move it forward. And so people think that it's easy. It just takes time and practice. Consistency is what matters. Bring your hands up overhead. Straightening your front knee, let your arms come down to your sides. We're coming into a forward fold, so leading forward with the heart. You can walk your fingers down your leg, use a prop or a mat, block if you need it. If your fingertips come down to the mat, you can use that to brace yourself again. We're working nose toward the knee. Softening the knee, plant the hands firmly, put the weight into the hands, press the hips up and back into downward dog. Staying in your downward dog, feel your tailbone lifting up toward the sky, belly button coming in tight to the spine. Let your heart sink down toward the mat. Bring your knees down to the mat. Let your hips sink back towards your heels so that you're in child's pose. From your child's pose, you can press up into a seated or a kneeling position. So this series of movements that we did today were designed to help you develop flexibility. I think I've said it throughout. Flexibility is something that takes consistency. A small amount of exercise that with stretches every single day will make huge strides. So I hope that you'll find that these can help you along the way and that you continue to develop your flexibility. It also works if you challenge your mind. Your mind can be flexible too, and if you think about things in a different way, you may find that you're open to more things, and that opens up your body too. Just starting with a point of reference that I can try that rather than, oh, my body can't do that. I hope that this works for you. Flexibility has really been a beautiful thing in my life. I'm so glad to have it back, and I'm grateful to yoga for that. And I'm grateful to have you practice with me, so thank you so much, and namaste. Hands at the heart center. Remind yourself to lead with your heart. Bow your head towards your hands. Let your mind surrender to your heart. Namaste Thunder Bay.